I'm the managing director of Swifttalk Limited, a company that is an internet service provider. We started, we also provide telecommunication services to various industries, the financial industry, the airlines, and we also are an ISP of other ISPs. We provide services on behalf of other telecommunication companies all across the country, Nigeria. Swifttalk Limited was started in the year 2003, and a lot of people keep asking me what's the name or what's the name about Swifttalk. And if you go back to history, Swifttalk was started when I started for the telephone call card industry. When for you to be able to make international calls, you have to go to Nitel and stand in queues to make calls. So when internet services became more readily available, Nigeria started using call cards. These are telephone cards that allow you to make very low cost international calls over the internet services. So we actually started by providing calling card services, which is where the name Swifttalk came about. And over the years, we now transitioned from providing the calling card services to actually providing internet services and onto other telecommunication services, lease circuits, WAN, and such to our customers over the last 20 years. So Swifttalk is today celebrating our 20 years of existence, and it was incorporated on December 10th, the year 2003. And it's been a very interesting journey across the last 20 years. Starting from calling card business to internet business over VSAT. And as we all know, about 10, 12 years ago, VSAT services became virtually obsolete overnight. A lot of companies were not able to transition from providing internet service over VSAT to providing internet service and telecom service over wireless and fiber links. We were able to make that transition, and we have been growing stronger and stronger every day from then on till today. Sometimes people ask me, what could I have done differently? What could we have done differently as a company? One of the things we have done differently would have been to get in funds a little bit earlier, and therefore get license frequency to provide higher full telecommunication services. We did not make this transition on time, and by the time we started to make it, was a bit late in the game. We would have been playing catch up. That's one of my regrets, that we didn't make that transition on time. What would I want to improve? What would I want to do what would I want the company to be over the next 10 years? We want to be able to provide new services, value-added services over not just the internet, IoT services, video surveillance, and several other kinds of services that will empower people to be able to live their life, work from home, and be able to add to the society by just running on our services. That's really what we aim to do. That's what we are hoping to do over the next 10 years. We've been here for 20 years, and we are hoping by God's grace and working towards making sure that in the next 10 years, 20 years, we'll still be here, growing stronger.
My name is Austin Owudia. I am the pioneer CTO of Swifttalk Limited. Swifttalk is an internet provider that does other services beside just providing internet, least secured, WAN connectivity, security, and so forth.
Okay, sir. Thank you for that. Sir, what are the challenges experienced over the years, and how did the company adapt to them?
In all sincerity, there is no business that does not experience challenges. One of the greatest challenges we have experienced is funds and funds availability. We started at a small company with very little money from shareholding within friends, and since then it's been very difficult to raise sufficient funds to do all that we would have loved to do. But we have worked within the confines of the available fund, and we have been here for 20 years, and so it has been God's grace, determination, and the will to succeed.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. How has your leadership style evolved over the years?
Our leadership style, we got to know this early enough to make the required changes in our leadership. From the experience I had from where I worked before Swifttalk started. And I come to realize that if your subordinate knows what you know, it does not take your job. It rather makes your job easier. And so we decided that every staff must be able to replicate himself or herself. That is why over the last 20 years, we have never been grounded because one person left the organization. To every one person doing one job, there is somebody who can do exactly the same job, working behind it. And so this is the basic principle we applied, and we have cascaded it from up down. And that is why today we are not shaken because somebody is resigning.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, what advice do you have for businesses who are getting to start their career or their business in the industry or other industry?
For anyone starting up a new business, just like a child born today, there are processes. You have to grow, you have to learn how to sit, how to run, and how to climb. The reason many businesses shut down within the first 5 years is because they want to be where they want to be now, where they are supposed to be in 5 years. They don't wait for maturity. And so for anybody starting business today, my advice would be patient, be focused, know what you want, and work towards what you want.
Thank you very much. Looking back at the company over the years, what has been the biggest moments and achievements with the company?
Swifttalk. How Swifttalk evolved is not a story we can finish now. But you know that it takes a lot of work to transition from being a mere phone card reseller, because we're actually reselling for some UK and American companies, to branch off from that business to go into the mainstream internet service provisioning, starting with VSAT, and then transitioned from VSAT to fiber broadband when it became available. It has been a gradual process, but we have maintained some level of consistency.
Okay, that's a big win for Swifttalk Limited. Okay, in your opinion, what are the most significant changes or improvements that have occurred within the company?
Let me give you a typical scenario, how we entered into the banking industry. And there was this bank, they have tried every other ISP they couldn't deliver certain service. Then they approached us and said, come and try your luck. Whereas some people have tried it for a month or 2 or 3, we went there within a week and a half, the link was up. And it wowed everybody. And the same way that we entered into government and government parastatal, there was a contract awarded to one of the telcos. For 9 months, they were waiting and couldn't deliver. And then they flipped the card and said, Swifttalk, come and try your luck. And within 30 days, we have delivered in the 29 locations. To the extent that when we met in Abuja, the man said there is a company that can do such things. Everybody shouted, no, it's not possible. He pointed at me and said, their company did. And so we gained confidence, we gained reputation, and then on we have gone ahead. And everywhere we are and everywhere we are operating, the same philosophy. Do what you have to do, like you will never have opportunity of repeating yourself. Get it right the first time.
Okay, sir, that was an interesting story. What are the plans and aspirations for the future for the company?
Just like we transitioned from a mere phone card, international calling card business to providing services in ISP business to banks to corporate. As a matter of fact, we're operating vertically and horizontally across all stratas of the economy, aviation, banking, finance, and so forth. Just like we have transitioned, we're looking like in the next 5 years, we want to get another bigger thing with the availability of technology and opportunities that is staring us in the face. We are going to do a lot of things in the next 5 years. And this is not the right time to begin to pinpoint exactly what we want to do, but I assure you that we are moving forward.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Okay, as you celebrate the 20-year anniversary, what message would you like to convey to the entire team who made it possible to this time?
To the team, hold on. Do your job diligently. Don't wait to be pushed around. Be patient and hope for the best.